part of having 6 months worth of expenses saved up was a lot of preparation, I decided I was gonna make that move a year before I actually did it. It took me a year to get my ducks in a row, to so that I would, have a chance at survival, and so that was my plan all along is we're gonna do the downsizing, we're gonna make sure we have money in the bank, um and then pull the plug on the other job and start the new thing. Could and because when I thought about every time I sat and thought about trying to do both, trying to keep my job and do a side hustle, um, I thought there's only so much of me and only so many hours in the day, and if I try to do this, I'm either gonna not give enough to this new thing to give it a good shot, or I'm gonna start to, my current job is gonna start to suffer to where for sure, I'm not gonna be satisfied with my job performance, and quite possibly, my bosses are gonna stop being satisfied with my job performance, and then that's gonna create a new set of problems, and then regardless of which side is suffering, my own personal well-being and my family well-being is definitely gonna suffer because 'cause I'm not gonna be home ever, I'm never gonna have time to rest, so, for me, when I thought it through, I was just like, "Yeah, it wouldn't work to try to do both." So I'm gonna keep doing this, get my ducks in a row, and then just pull the plug and make the new move. I remember when I talked to my boss and, told him, that I was leaving and what I was gonna be doing, he initially, had this, reaction to try to negotiate, see if there's a way to keep me there. But then when I had told him everything I had set up, like, like we got an apartment, different things like that, he started to try to kinda negotiate with me, and then he's like, "You already got an apartment," like, he realized, like, it's done, you know?
Because I've listened to educational, content that's talked about if you're going to do that, build your side hustle up to a point where you're making the same amount of money that you're making from your salary, and then it's time to make that transition. But I don't think that people do that anymore.